And whereas my dad loved the taquitos here, I totally love the churros over here. It's a Pasadena Anime Fest. Cold this morning. Really, really cold. But that's not stopping these attendees. A ver lo que está pasando acá. Ay. Están gritando. There's something going on, that's sure. A lot of stuff happening. I got a Dodgers pom-pom. What? Alright, I just asked this young lady over here what is going on. This is for Out of the Darkness Suicide Prevention Walk. Very cool. Alright, I just asked this young lady over here what is going on. This is for Out of the Darkness Suicide Prevention Walk. Very cool. Is that Godzilla? Oh no. I don't know. Godzilla's out here. Oh no. Godzilla's here. Oh, I just heard him again. Folks, how you doing? Welcome back. It's Charlie. It is November 2nd, 2024. I think it's like 11:30 in the morning. It's about 65 degrees. Very, very much of a gloomy day, and very cold. It was, I think, about 51, 52 when I left the house. I'm very tired. Honestly, if I seem a little out of it, I'm out of it. Because yesterday, getting up and then coming over back here to LA to do the victory parade for the Dodgers, that was a lot of fun. That was historical. I am very much glad. almost didn't want to come. I wasn't sure what to expect, but I'm glad I did. I partook in a very historic moment. The Godzilla. Can you hear him? He's around here somewhere. I don't know. This video today is nothing going to be special. I really didn't have anything planned. I was just actually, honestly, thinking about just working on the video, yesterday's video, uploading, and then probably just, I don't know, maybe catching a movie. So it's just going to be about, today is just random. It's going to be a random video. So with that being said, we are here in Little Tokyo, just west of Union Station, and well, we're gonna check out a few things around here. I haven't been here in a few months, I think. So this station is just fantastic. I think they did a great job with this station. It's very artistic, and so far they've managed to do a good job. So let's just check out some of the local stuff around here. I haven't really taken you folks around, but Little Tokyo, it's changed a lot since I was like this small. Tokyo has its museum. I think they have a Godzilla thingy here inside the station on the upper level over here. As you're coming up, you hear the roar every now and then of Godzilla, and you have his footprints around here. And then we got the newest, well, not going to be the newest now because they are working on the Fernando Valenzuela's mural out in Boyle Heights. We'll try to get that sometime soon, but the Otani mural is pretty spectacular. First of all, coming down this way, there is actually a ramen shop over here. There's some great eateries over here, and then there's a brewery company over here. See? Hey. Godzilla. We'll come back. There is a great ramen place that we used to come over here. Okay, we're gonna sugarfish. The guys that I was working with, these guys were great. They're the freaking party animals. And Tony, which was the lead chef, or the second, either way, Tony was a great guy. He'd always get these things. Hey, you guys want to go over here to lunch or whatever? So one day he's like, hey, let's go get some ramen. I'm like, okay, well, let's go. So I got in the truck with these guys, and the next thing you know, we're on the freeway. I'm like, whoa, where are we going? Because we only had about maybe I think like two hours for our lunch before we started the next service. Okay, so we came here, and it was actually for the cost and everything, it was, you get so much more. Let me show you. Well, once you get off the station over here, if you turn left, you'll start to come to this area right here. It's kind of a little hidden gem. You're not really going to see it from the station as you're walking out, because the first thing that's going to capture your eyes is Otani's mural, and then you're going to sort of walk up that way. But over here is a great little strip with fantastic eateries. I haven't eaten all these. Some of these have changed. You got a whole bunch, but right here, Hakata Ramen is like the bomb. I will try to remember to put the information down, but that place, I think it was for just a basic ramen. It was, I think, for at that time maybe $12-13. I don't know what it is now, but we'll find out. And then we got some great eateries over here. Champions Curry. I think we have one in Pasadena. There's a whole bunch of great great places. And I think the Angel City Brewery Company is down over that way. That's kind of hard to read, sorry. Central and 2nd. You take a left turn over here on 2nd. There's a little strip mall type of there with more eateries called Honda Plaza. Can't say that I've ever actually been over there, because I haven't. And further down there is Angel City Brewery and Eatery and Brewery. Whole bunch of apartments over here. And that away goes down to Skid Row and the Fashion District, which leads into the Flower District. And just before that is just a general merchandising district, and I think a small bit of a toy district. I think that's a supermarket. Really old parts of LA down over in that direction. I'm glad that they at least made use of some of the older empty buildings. Well, once were empty. They had this huge thing. I'm not sure if that's an apartment or a hotel. There is one huge, well, not huge, but a hotel over here. This place during the summertime is packed with a lot of tourists. It's a lot of fun. I highly recommend coming out here. Japanese whiskey and cocktails. Whew. I think if my friends and I came down here, we'd get in ourselves in a lot of trouble. Huh. I wonder if those are dwellings. Looks like to be dwellings. Ooh, they got some, wow, it's a shirt place, look at that. Oh, man. Oh, I got so much clothes and no money. I've mentioned this before, coming down over here in other videos. I wouldn't mind living over here. It's a little precarious. There are some, well, no, there's a lot of homeless around over here. They're mainly over there as well. But I don't know. It's kind of nice over here. There's, down over in this area, there's a great little garden. I don't know if they have it open. We did get a chance to come down here one time and explore Japanese American Cultural Community Center. I think they have allowed people back here for a while. I don't know if they do open it occasionally, but I can tell you honestly, this place is just wonderful down here. It's just so zen. Is that? No, I thought that was. This is huge. Every year, it's like during the summertime, they celebrate their the Japanese cultural month, and this whole area is filled up with a lot of stuff and demonstrations, and down over there as well. They have, I think, a thing of Godzilla. I see a poster up there. Alright, let's go back across the way. Ultimate sugar creep? Whew.
I was jealous, but dale, gracias.
Oh, I used to love that as a kid. Teriyaki on a stick. Especially when the Hawthorne Carnival would come into town. And we got this little area over here.
Okay, that's fine. We'll go eat and then.
Like,
I missed that spot. What'd you say?
that's a very big
Wow, it's pretty bad today. Even in spite of the weather. Well, to be honest, if you ever go back through a lot of my past videos, you can visually tell that our population all over has greatly increased. How? I don't know. I don't understand, but wink, wink. I particularly don't care if the Japanese culture population increases. I love the Japanese culture. Look, little Godzilla. There's chop suey. Oh, my dad loved it. There it is. It's only just a couple of months old. That would have been here. Yesterday we were on this street about, I don't know, 8 blocks that way. This restaurant is very famous. It's been in a lot of movies. And this was like my dad's favorite place. Totally my dad's favorite place. I remember the individual little booths that they have. I believe, unless I'm mistaken, where the Bruce Lee movie was filmed, where he was like got his first job. I'm not sure, but I'll have to find out. Building also was one of the original ones when LA was just being birthed. Well, not really that far back, but a little bit forward on that. It's a great building. I love triangle corner buildings. So yeah, this is one of the older buildings here in this part of Los Angeles. And it has a significant cultural meaning inside. The Japanese cultural events, this whole area is filled in. The Mocha, the Geffen. The Museum of Cultural Art. Love ficus trees, but they're messy. They drop all their fruit or seed pods all over the place. Quite messy. Old ficus tree like this one, your fruits are big. Pun so intended. Looks like they're building some more units over there. Oh yeah, they sure are. Ugh. This and oak trees would drive me nuts because I'd have to be out there almost every day cleaning up. Great trees, but a lot of happenings all over LA today. Although, now that I'm seeing, they got all these barriers constructed. I was never there before. I believe this is one complete aircraft. You know, with as bad as our economy is here in the United States, and they've lied and they've fudged the books on everything, but yet we are building so many dwellings. It's not for Americans. Think about it. You notice the explosion of probably residential buildings around your area, possibly, if it applies. And it's like, wait, how can that be? There's more people going on welfare now and everything. More and more homeless. Who can afford all this? Well, maybe you should ask Biden and Harris about that. Looks like they put up a fence around it to protect it from vandals and possibly construction. The last time I was here, probably a couple of years filming this thoroughly, a family was here and they were telling me that their grandfather at that time is here and that he was one of the servicemen, Japanese American. It was like a 5-8 minute conversation and they were telling me everything and I was just like, wow, that is just incredible. To live and die in LA. Told you.
There's a record store right here going in.
Honestly, recommendations, everything. I can't really point out any one particular other than chop suey, but that's like eons ago. That was decades ago. So I would say if you happen to come out here, Yelp. Just check out the recommendations on Yelp. Restaurants or eateries in Little Tokyo. I'm sure they'll pop up some good ones. Skid Row is about maybe 2.5 blocks down that way, and then they'll continue on to the Flower District and the business districts. Well, not business, but merchandise and fashion starts that away. That is headed up north. We were just right over that way, just 1 block before the Dorothy Chandler Music Pavilion. And over here in 2020 during the lockdown, when we had the mass influx of the homeless people coming from all parts of the country, this used to be kind of like a bus depot or whatever, a waiting station. There was a nurse. I believe she was getting off work and she was waiting for a bus to catch over in this area. And this area was constantly in use by people in the general public and everything. As you can see now, it has long been fenced up, and that is to prevent from homeless people sleeping in there. But this lady, she was elderly, I don't know, 60, possibly 70. She was a nurse coming back for work, and she was attacked by a homeless person and killed here. That is one of the first big things that were starting to happen under the Biden-Kamala Harris administration, and still continuing, obviously, as you can see. If you haven't voted, think about all this. It promises to only get worse and intensify, especially since she publicly announced, and she basically keeps announcing, even though she's also announcing and vocaling that she's got her own things, her own agendas or whatever, though she's not really been specific. All just piggybacking off Trump and anybody else that sounds to be, oh, sounds really good there, right-minded people. But no, not at all. It will continue. And with a lot of the propositions and stuff that is coming up to be voted on here, essentially in Los Angeles, and I'm sure in California and parts all over, they really are asking people, oh, well, if you just build in a AD unit in your backyard and host a homeless person or a migrant, you know, you could get some government benefits and some, you know, pay from the government. No, because if they do, honestly, my fear is that if you eventually opt out or have problems and complain about it, they can enforce eminent rights to take over your dwelling and use it for there. They will regulate this whole program of adding AD units and being subsidized by the county, government, whatever, hidden message. They will take over your property and stuff like that. And one of the propositions is to help also, you know, they say, oh, to help, you know, homelessness or whatever. No, that'll regulate everything. They will be able to choose to see who forcibly has to host people. And they're doing that in a lot of the big cities and stuff like that. But more over here in Los Angeles, no. I'm sure you've seen in my videos, just even around Pasadena, how constantly populated we are. There's no more ebb and flow to the seasons of population, tourism, and then once the season is gone, that's it. It's just been non-stop. And I keep pointing that out to my friends, and they're like, yeah, what is up with that? I go, think about it. And I'm telling this to my friends that are Democrat or liberal or whatever they are. They're like, are you sure? Well, then you explain to me why. Tourism 365 now a year? No. Do you remember? Yeah, well then I go, explain this to me. Well, I can't be. Not wanting to rationalize and, you know, say, yeah. I'm just, you can't. Democrats and liberals are just too proud. They're too prideful in the sense that they don't want to say, oh yeah, you know, the person that I've been following or the political affiliation is really wrong. That's too prideful. They're too prideful, you know. Honestly, some are still waiting for more stimulus checks to occur. And some are holding on to the Democratic sides in hopes of getting more stimulus checks. You're fucking kidding me. Other countries are getting all the money while our residents are getting $600, $500, $700 after a disaster. And we got Ukrainians on our social security system drawing benefits. But although we know this because they mentioned this early on when they were starting to support Ukraine. Think about maybe a couple of weeks ago, there was an attack on a police officer right in front of the police station, right here. Now, I don't know if the fencing is because of that afterwards or if they've had the fencing, but they've even boarded up some of the windows. The police station is being boarded up and fenced. Shit. What movie does that remind me of? Oh, yeah. RoboCop. Where even the police station was being attacked and Molotov cocktail and just whatever. Their own fucking... Remember the one... I can't remember that actor. He's a great actor. The black officer. He says, you know, even our own police officers are out there and everything else getting hurt and killed and everything else. For what? For what? Well, that's Revelations right there. That's the movies always speaking the truth, though we just think it's fanciful and, oh yeah, that would be terrible. That could never happen. Not in this country. Think. What is that doing in the street? That is a great one. I'm keeping this. I am keeping this. That's like those Christian little things that you see, the half folded dollar, and then when you pick it up thinking it's $1 or a 50 or a 20, there's a little scripture or a proverb there somewhere. But this is fantastic. It just trips me out that when I was a kid, all of this was such a busy and bustling place. I always loved that. And whenever like my mom and I, we were like leaving LA at night, she would drive through this area just so I can see that. That's back in its time, it used to have all these beautiful lights and it would light up and it would also pipe out really nice music. The federal court. County court. It's funny when police stations and courthouses have to put up fencing to protect themselves. Doesn't that strike you as kind of odd that they can't even fight back the crime, honestly, without having to put up fencing and stuff like that all around their own buildings? Think. The Ghostbusters! No way, dude! Way cool. Just 24 hours ago, these streets were just inundated with fans. We were just up over there, 2 streets up. People dangling over the freeways, waving their Dodgers banners. There's that overpass up there where the people were. We were just down below. Look at that traffic on a Saturday. Never changes. Some of the oldest buildings right here. Do they have the street open? Let's see. They do not. There's also one of the oldest streets over here. Oh, they have a line of wreaths over here. Memoriam. Whoa, who's that? Oh, I love this building. Look at this. I think this was also, yes, it was. This was actually kind of also a red light district. This was once, I think this is the correct street, the area over here, the old Negro Alley, Negro Road, something like that. And it was because it was such a red light district that if you were inebriated coming out of a bar or saloon or whatever, you'd kind of have a chance of being, well, knocked out and mugged. Yeah. I'll see if I can try and find a link for that or some information about this area in particular. Here, well, check it out.
Even go over there, and then I asked the girls, and then she go, what time did you get here? It was 5 in the morning.
We have the first firehouse in LA County. Horse-drawn, of course. This is like so cool. Hello. And they do have the brass pole here. Look at that. One of the early conceptions of having the turntable. So they would come in, horses in first, undo the horses and take them in there. They all lived here and slept and were clean, bathed and whatever. And they'd come over and then they would just crank the turntable around and make it ready for the next emergency that they would be called up on. And we have all the helmets. There's the brass pole, and this is the crewman of the firehouse from the past. Well, from early right there at least. So they had the different codes for the ticker, just like the old stock market tickers. And then you get the sleeping quarters above. How cool, huh? Oh, okay. I think they just had it closed for today's marathon and stuff like that. I think that's the old trolley tracks, if I'm not mistaken. All right, let's go get copyrighted. I don't care. I support this channel by myself anyway, so. Así. And this is so you can leave messages for departed and loved ones. Ay, 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 ay. Échale. I'm so envious when I see some other people with nice camera gear. Like I've been pulling this channel just solely on the Samsung Note 10. How many years now? Since 2019. I've been using this phone for my channel since 2019. I can't afford it. I had been hoping to be able to each and every year with each and new edition of a Galaxy coming out. I always hoped to try to get another one, but no, I just can't get out of that rut. It's all good. I do see the quality in the videos now, though. As YouTube improves, mine starts to dwindle. And plus, like on very sunny days in glare, it just can't handle that huge glare anymore, and it just looks very washed out, very white, and it just doesn't hold that. But if I'm not in the direct sun, it's still pretty color enriching. They got the free face painting over here. Excuse me. All right, baños. We need baños. Sometime earlier this year, the original donkey was ordered to be removed. The original donkey was actually a taxidermy donkey. So it was replaced with a stuffed donkey. I don't get it. I don't know why. Wow, it's so busy today. It's nice. Nice. It's good. All right. Let's take the shoulder.
I was Sissy Mysterio. What were you?
There's an ofrenda. Oh, I used to have that whistle. And whereas my dad loved the taquitos here, I totally love the churros over here. Next best place to get them, short of Tijuana. La Sanita, and they are busy. Wow. Well, Celito Lindo, that goes without saying. Excuse me. Look at that, 24 hours ago? Holy cow. We were walking up that way, and then we cut down. Oh, I'm glad I got a new SD card because, dang, I don't think the encryption took very well because I still get notifications about that. That's the street entrance from where we were just coming up out of. All right. Jerks. Let's get out of here. There's a good chance of rain tonight.